Hello everybody, Ninja427 here, and today we are going to not try multiplayer right now. Instead, we're just going to continue on YouTube the Wizard. Let's see. Right now, I want to explain a different character. This guy. He's a gambler. And, as the name implies, you can gamble your money away here. And so you set your limit to 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or 100,000 gold. And then you and the house flip a card. If your number is higher than his, you win your limit. If his is higher, you lose. Spike Trap's a guaranteed win, by the way. And over here we have the tapster, where you can get drinks, pretty much. I think I'm going to get the strong arm for that increased attack, since that's what my character's all about. Not going to get the enchanted slammer because I don't have mana all the time. So I think I'm just going to take that one beverage. Let's see here, I've got everything for the wizard. So yeah, the fountain. How the fountain works is there's positive and negative things. If you go, for example, lethal traps, and then accept result, that would increase the gold gain and experience, but traps deal 200% more damage. However, if you get safe corridors, the favor is balanced, you get nothing but the two things. I'm going to get elite reinforcements and lousy consumables, but I will get exceptional consumables to balance it out. And maybe take away lethal traps. So there we go. That is going to be my default loadout from now on, probably. May change depending on the situation. So I'm going to lock that in. And we'll see how that goes. So over here we can buy several items from the shop. 15 health is always good. And that's pretty much, well, that and the slippery cloak and circlet is all I'm going to take. And a bronze key, just so I don't have to find one. And in we go! My character is already doomed. So, this is ore, you just find it on the ground, and sometimes there's drinks. Drinks, you don't get the drink automatically. It just means that it's added in town. Just trying to clear that up, because I have a feeling that could be a source of confusion. So, yeah, I'm sorry my character died. It was just a stupid mistake. And the reason I couldn't show the video is because I accidentally had everything pretty much paused. Like, all of the recording software was paused, so I couldn't show anything because I didn't have anything. However, I'm getting pretty good luck on my finding ore, so I think this will be pretty good. And hopefully I won't instantly die from the traps. So this big diamond gives a good amount of gold automatically. And if you'll remember last time, they managed to kill the stone golem. And now that we've done that, there are portals that have spawned. And the portal system seems to work differently depending on your character class. For instance, with the sorcerer, it is one wave at a time, and after clearing each wave you get a singular item. With the wizard, it's a bit more intense. I'll clear everything out, send everything back up, and I'll show you how that works. So, real quick, with the wizard, how it works is there is a cube, and this cube will slowly take damage over time, because you need to damage it to move on. And at certain intervals of damage, more enemies will spawn in. Okay, this is an interesting trap real quick. So what you do is you trigger everything and then see what triggers. So that's the first one, that's the second, that's the third. So I essentially need to trigger them in the reverse order to give myself just enough time to get over. And so I can get the item and move on with my day. So, like I said, I'm going to go to the go here, send everything back up to town, or down to town, I guess, fill my health up, and then take the portal. Because I've explored the entire floor, so I'm ready. So you hit the cube, and out comes the skeletons! And the good thing is, you can control how much time is between each wave. It's not like with the sorcerer, where everything's on a schedule. Instead, everything just fills up, and you go. So you saw or you may have seen how some of those guys had little cartoonish stun effects on their heads. That was because of the blackjack item, which gives a chance to stun enemies, like that guy over there. Did you see how he was stunned? He couldn't move because there's a 10% chance that any enemy I hit with a primary attack, aka my main attack, my fireball, will be stunned. Now this cube has a lot of health, and it gets very hard to kill in some of the later phases. But I assure you, if you really enjoy combat, this is a good system. As it becomes a bit easier to gain experience if you're not good at boss fights. Or you only cleared a boss fight because you got, say, a purple rarity item. I'm not sure if there are purple rarities, but if there are, those would be very good and would explain how a noob could clear the stone golem. So I'm using the flamethrower on the giant cube because I'm lazy and I have very quick mana regen, as you can see in the bottom corner. But I can wait, and in some of the later phases I just hit it with my fireball, because mana got pretty tight in some of my off-cam attempts. but it all just varies on how I'm doing, pretty much. So, my sister left several suggestions, which I am grateful for, like, to no end. I really appreciate any constructive or even well, yeah, mainly just constructive criticisms. I try to be a good, polite person, and I really hope that you guys will do the same here when leaving comments. So, there really is no story to this. Aside from, you're in a town, and when you just start the game, it is a very desolate town with one shop and a town hall. There's also a smith and a guild hall. And that's all there is. So, I defeated the cube, and now there's a ton of items everywhere. I'm just going to grab everything and then read over what they all are. So, let's see here. The blackjack. Okay, elven bow, 20 attack power. Pretty good item. Pretty good. Got currently 63 attack power and negative 2.2 defense. Or negative 2.2 armor. I'm pretty sure that's because of the drink. And the math does check out. Then there's the glowing staff, which increases my skill power and magical damage. Sandals, which increase evasion chance and movement speed. A spellbook, which increases my skill power. Firm buckler, 25% chance to block 5 physical damage. Ring of mana for faster mana regen at a rate of 2.7 mana per second, and 1 health every 10 seconds. Pretty good. Curios box, which is part of the Curios collection, which I have never been able to get more than just the box. And finally, the Lesser Sphere of Mana. During combo, I get extra mana regen. So, all in all, a pretty good setup. And that's the portal room. Now, this area has a few main things. For one, be more careful of chests and pretty much all breakables. There is a small chance that they could be bombs. Luckily, they have the giant red warning on them, so if you see that, you may want to back up. And you see a breakable, and you may have seen that wall there is quite cracked. After I clear out all of these enemies, I'm going to go in and show you a different area, or minigame in here. If I survive, that is. Because these enemies are relentless. Okay, I'm good. Spinning works. Gain 25% mana of health lost, which I still don't fully understand what that means. If anybody knows what that means because they've played the game before, please let me know. I may just have to Google it, but I'm not a big fan of having to Google. I will if I need to, but I generally like finding something out for myself. But anyway, so I'm not sure how I can reset my town, because I would really appreciate being able to do that. And I died. Well, I think I'm gonna have to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe, and perhaps maybe even share this with a friend. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!